So the next part, which is also the second and last part of this talk, is discussing 10 Zen ways of how to get there. I promised you I didn't want that to be so theoretical. I wanted it to be more engaging, so I want to share with you 10 things you can do. But before that, let me quickly say what Zen is. There was a question here before, what is Zen in relationship to Buddhism? Zen, to experience Zen may be mystical, because we never know how we really are. Our self changes all the time. Our experience changes all the time. Always something new is coming out of us. So Zen, though, is not that mystical to explain, like so many people want us to believe. Zen is relating directly to the whole of life with eyes wide open. We are so busy these days. We have no time for life, right? We have no time to really be. We're distracting ourselves with all these electronic devices. Sometimes we use them wisely. But we want to be distracted, and we don't notice when we really are with life or when we have an opportunity. So there are ways of opening our eyes to life in the active way and the non-active way. So one of 10 steps I'd like to discuss is commitment to happiness. You know, I talked about how it's in our blood, we want to survive, and sometimes that doesn't just mean cooperation, unfortunately, sometimes it means competing. So that's programmed inside of us in so many different ways. And it can and does overcome us all the time. So I believe that there is nothing automatic about happiness for the most part. We need to commit to it. We need to dedicate ourselves to it. This is huge, because a lot of people think it automatically comes if I just do this or something wonderful happens to me one day, then I start to show up for life. Then I will be finally present for life. But that is not so. It is something we need to yearn for, oftentimes detect that we are not on the right path. It is something we need to build up some skills for, learn some things and unlearn some other things. It's something that requires a lot of dedication. So the first thing I'd like to invite you to do right now is to dedicate yourself to your own happiness, the way you experience it, even if you may differ from what I think happiness is. I give you an example of what I did, what my pledge is, and I'm going to hand these ones out. You know, I wrote something, time to celebrate. Lose yourself and become immensely fulfilled. Occasion, nothing special. Where? In your consciousness. When? Now. Dress code, come as you are. And do you want to join? RSVP to yourself. And this is my answer. You can come up with your own answer. This is just a template. If you want to use it, pin it to your wall, pin it to your refrigerator, or make your own one up that is more who you are. Your own words are always better than somebody else's words. I pledge myself to the cause of happiness. I will make happiness a priority, and I will put my mind to achieving it. I accept the invitation to the celebration of life. If you don't mind, just close your eyes for a few seconds and do your own totally authentic way of committing yourself to your happiness. Take a little pledge, an oath to your own self.